Alright, I'm gonna be upfront with you. If you have a strong sense of nostalgia for the old school Land Cruiser, you're probably not gonna like this. But if you're willing to keep an open mind, you just might have a different opinion. Watch more, then let us know. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics, and this is the totally redesigned 2025 Toyota Land Cruiser 1958. I'm not a relationship coach, but your feelings are valid. And if you happen to feel that way, you're not alone because I felt the same. That is until this week with our Meteor Shower Gray tester. The 1958 Grade is a nod to the Land Cruiser's roots, focusing more on its off-roading purpose than luxurious creature comforts. The fancier stuff is still available, just not on this trim, which enables it to have a total M.S.R.P of, listen to this, only $57,900 for a Land Cruiser. So this new Land Cruiser shares a platform with the Tundra, Sequoia, Tacoma, and 4Runner. It also shares a platform with the Lexus GX that we reviewed earlier, and like that truck, is notably smaller than last gen. Upon first gaze, this 1958 trim has a very utilitarian look. However, if you stare a bit longer, you see a canvas that could be fun to work with. Yeah, the wheels and tires are pretty basic, but that's an easy fix. The 18-inch alloy wheels are wrapped in 245/70 series Yokohama Geolandar XCV Geo57 tires. Swap those, then add a few aftermarket bits, and I truly believe an amazing look is achievable. Other exterior features include a heritage Toyota grille and heritage-style LED headlights, fog lights, and taillights. This truck also has power-folding mirrors with turn indicators, a Class 3 tow hitch with 4 and 7-pin connectors, front and rear recovery hooks, 8.3 inches of ground clearance, and plenty of skid plates, in case that's not enough. As a nod to Toyota's OG SUVs, the rear window can flip up independently of the hatch, but if your cargo is much larger, you can manually open that hatch to access the 46.2 cubic feet of cargo space. Those with some extended reach can use the levers in back of the seats or the ones on the sides to fold the 60/40 rear seat forward, giving you a total of 82.1 cubic feet in all. And while the new Land Cruiser only has 2 rows, you still get USB-C power points and small storage bins where the third row might be. There are also cargo tie-downs, grocery hooks, storage on the sides for the jack and battery, storage under the floor, as well as a 120-volt outlet too. Finally, the full-size spare is located beneath it all. The powertrain for all new Land Cruisers consists of an iForce Max 2.4-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine and hybrid electric motor that together make 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. It all mates to an 8-speed automatic transmission, sending power to all 4 wheels. The 4-wheel drive system can be run in both 4 high and 4 low, and there are electronically controlled locking center and rear differentials. This truck also has crawl control, along with downhill assist control, and you can manually set the transmission to start in 2nd gear for slippery conditions like snow. Drive modes consist of Eco, Normal, and Sport, and the Land Cruiser can tow up to 6,000 pounds with the help of a trailer brake controller. In case you were wondering, max tow capacity of last gen was 8,100 pounds. EPA estimated fuel economy is rated at 22 miles per gallon city, 25 miles per gallon highway, and 23 miles per gallon combined. AutoAcademics saw an average of exactly 24 miles per gallon during testing on the required premium fuel. Step-in height is rather substantial for this Land Cruiser, so stretch those hamstrings or get some running boards, either of which should make your life easier. Although, the grab handles do help. And once inside, space is nice with plenty of head, shoulder, hip, and legroom. There are AC vents in the ceiling, a third zone for temperature control, and plenty of power outlets down below. There are also cup holders in the center armrest and bottle holders in the doors. As with the outside, the inside of this 1958 trim aims to stick to its utilitarian roots by being functional and not much more. The steering wheel is nice, but the seats are covered in this fabric that I personally wouldn't choose. They only have manual adjustments too, but they're supportive and comfortable enough. While a larger 12.3-inch screen is available, this truck has an 8-inch example that is extremely small by today's standards, and even more so for the size of the truck. And while functionality is fine, there's no physical home button, so you have to navigate Android Auto or Apple CarPlay software to get back to the Toyota functions. There's also no physical tuning knob to change radio stations. There is a volume knob though, and there are tactile buttons for everything else you need. Something else I cannot rave about is audio quality. This particular system has 6 speakers, and while treble is bright, mid-range is lacking and certain bass notes are muddy. It's not horrible, but it's not higher end either. An upgraded 14-speaker JBL version is available with the upper trim. Other interior features include wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Sirius XM 3-month trial, heated front seats, heated steering wheel, fast charge USB-C ports, and keyless entry with push-button start. Safety features of course include plenty of airbags, Toyota Safety Sense 3.0 with pre-collision, lane departure alert, blind spot monitor, proximity sensors, road sign assist, and rear cross traffic alert. So now that we've addressed all of that, it's time to take it out and see how it drives. Heading up the street, you'll immediately notice how plush the ride is. It's very comfortable in an off-road sort of way and feels really nice. The steering has a good heft too. The ratio is slow, but that's what I would expect from an off-road capable vehicle. But let's talk a bit about the powertrain. The V8 is gone and has been replaced by this hybrid turbo 4-cylinder. Yeah, fuel economy is great, but this doesn't feel quite as strong as last gen. You see, while this engine makes 64 more pound-feet of torque, it's down 55 horsepower from last gen. So while you can't feel that additional oomph at speed, it's totally capable for everyday use because you can feel that additional torque down low. In addition to the turbo, I believe this is due to the extra power that the hybrid motor provides. On top of that, I do like the transmission. It's responsive and smooth, but again, that engine, when it turns on, it sounds very coarse and not very refined. And being a hybrid, it turns on and off fairly regularly. And along with the transmission, I like the brakes. They have a pressure feel that I can appreciate and decent power. Now, for this to be an all-new truck, I am surprised that Toyota didn't use their newer, higher quality cameras. The ones in here are not very clear, so if you're doing something like hooking up a trailer, you might want to use a spotter. But if I grab another positive out of this mixed bag of details, the interior is very quiet, with only the slightest bit of wind noise coming from up there. Also, visibility is fine, thanks to the upright greenhouse and large side view mirrors. If I'm being honest, I think the average consumer would really like this, because the more I drive it, the more I like it. But if you hold any sort of nostalgia for an old school Land Cruiser, you may see things differently. Let's be frank. If this were an all-new first-gen vehicle, we might actually be celebrating its rugged looks, off-road prowess, and decent driving dynamics. But it's not. It's a Land Cruiser that many of us grew to love over the decades. And this new one doesn't remind us of that. Which means you'll need to spend some time with it like I did to see if any of that even matters anymore. So are you willing to give it a chance, or has Toyota ruined a good thing for you? Let us know in the comments below. As always, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss what we have coming up next. I'm Chris from AutoAcademics. Thanks for watching.